Shalom, brothers and sisters. All praise be unto the Most High Yahweh. For this is the day that he has made, and we shall be exceedingly glad in it. Brothers and sisters, listen here. I'm going to just get right to it. Situations in the earth, amongst the people, the destabilizations of the global systems is in dire straits. I'm talking about real bad. All the way to the global system as far as commerce, trade, global influence between the nations and stuff, infrastructures here at home. As far as food, farming, agriculture, all the infrastructures that you can think of is in a huge shortage, a huge deficit, all because us as a God-fearing nation, supposedly, so-called, are not keeping with the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments that he had already established before the foundations of the world, so things can run and operate a certain way so that everybody can eat, everybody can have enough. But there's a certain group of people in the world that is so prideful and so greedy that they just want to keep earning, keep making more and more and more, and don't care about the health and well-being of the people nor the planet. So this is cause and effect, gentlemen. This is cause and effect, brothers and sisters. Listen, you got to pay that price. When you operate outside the natural realms and the natural properties, parameters, there's a price that has to be paid for that. You put a certain type of energy into the world, what it say? You get out of it what you put in it. You reap what you sow. And if your intentions are evil and selfish and prideful, well, the earth can only respond back in violence. Very violent. This is cause and effect. Not just the earth, but all of your systems, your financial systems, it's failing. Your political system, your judicial system is failing. Your agriculture is failing. All of your global infrastructures and your local infrastructures are failing. All because you don't want to work within the proper parameters that the Most High has set up. There's nothing wrong with resting, having a resting. The earth has to rest. You don't get an earth time to rest. You don't get a people time to rest. Everybody got this get mines, hurry up and get it, gotta chase the bag. But that's not how this is supposed to work. Everything is supposed to have a Sabbath day, a Sabbath year, and a Sabbath decade, and a Sabbath millennium. It's all connected. But the people, they don't care. They don't care to ask. They don't care to seek the knowledge and understanding. We just have people that are just going around doing what they do and not caring about nothing. You see? They don't care. They just want it their way, how they want it. Get paid, get rich, and worry about the consequences later. But what they don't realize is this, that the consequences are bad. The repercussions for their actions is dangerous. It is super bad. And brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. It's bad. It's bad. It's gonna get bad. Real bad. It ain't getting better. It ain't gonna get better. Food shortages, all the way down to the chickens, are dying by the millions. All your cows are dropping dead because of the water droughts. Water tables are lowering because of the heat waves. This is going to have a huge adverse effect on the weather here around the world. It's going to get bad. And this is cause and effect. When you have the earth and all your animals and everything that you depend on to have a stable country and have a stable economy, when it starts affecting that, it's a chain reaction, because everything, in order for a country to properly function, all of its infrastructures have to affect one another. All of them. It's a chain. It's a chain of commerce, buying and selling. One entity feeds off the next one, and so on and so forth. And then global trade comes in, where there's a commodity that we don't produce here, but it's produced somewhere else. That has an effect because their country is going through it too. Case in point, we can't produce baby formula here in the country anymore. There's a worker shortage that works that industry. So baby formula has to be shipped in to the country from another country. So babies are not getting the proper nutrition. The Bible tells us that woe unto the mothers who give suck in those days. These are the days. These are the days. See, judgment from the Most High is upon America and upon every country that put their hands on us and causes us to be in error with the Most High. That's right. Because in the Apocrypha it says that he said that he will not leave us not altogether unpunished. So we're going to be in a pitiful case because we live in their system. And what affects them affects us. You see? So this is why we need to constantly pray to our Heavenly Father, to continue to ask Him to forgive us, to continue to ask our Heavenly Father, our Abba Yah, to watch over us and to keep us, because we have been led astray. We have been run amok. We have been bamboozled. You see? There's a lot of things we know, but there's a whole lot more that we don't know that can hurt us. That can hurt us. Because we live under their rule. And they're going based off of our information, but they're not sharing it with us so that we will know what to do. Reason why is because they know where they're going and they want to take us with them. Because that's how much they hate our Heavenly Father, that much. that they're willing to hold us hostage and take us with them. But it's not so. We're going to ask the Heavenly Father, continue to ask the Heavenly Father to watch over us and keep us in these last days. Because, brothers and sisters, this is here. This is real. It's here. All of what they done preached about, it's here. All of what the pastors done talk about, doomsday prophecies and the doomsday speaks and all of that, well, it's here. It's here, full-fledged. And it is going, let me say this clearly. It is going to get worse. Worse, sir. All right? It's going to get worse. Rest assured of that. Because they cannot recover. The recovering of the global economic structure, infrastructure, will not, and I mean will not, breathe life ever again. It is on a constant decline. And the more it declines, the further it goes, the worser it gets. The worser it gets. There's a reason why there's not a whole lot of workers is because the companies cannot afford to hire anybody. And then you also have a situation where people are afraid to go to work because they're afraid to get sick. They think they're going to get sick. So they're trying to keep exposure to one another at a minimum. Because people don't trust what the government says anymore. The government and the politicians don't have the trust of the people anymore for certain things, you see. But as the Most High's chosen seed, as his people, Yasharallah, we don't trust them, period, on nothing. Nothing. So, we need to trust in our Father to do what he said that he was going to do based on the knowledge that we currently have. Based on what we currently are reading. Based on that. Because that's all we have to go on. That's our sight unseen. That's our walk by faith and not by sight. You see, we got to believe and have faith sight unseen. In good faith, in hopes of things hoped for. And the evidence of things not seen. It's faith on good faith. You see? Because what's getting ready to come down the pike, brothers and sisters, this is it. This is it. The crumbling and the infrastructures constantly crumbling. The stock market is in the red, lower than ever. Record-breaking lows. The digital currency, the cryptocurrency, record-breaking lows. The housing market, inflation. The housing market is inflating every day. Houses that would have been $200,000 back in 2019 and 2018 are now $400,000. It is not a buyer's market. It is a seller's market. The demand for housing is skyrocketing because so many people are losing their homes and needing a place to stay. But the income, the debt to income ratio in the country is high. It's high. And they're constantly taking money out of the country into other countries. All because you won't play fair. All because you won't treat the people fair. All you care about is yourself. And when you run the country selfishly, when you run the global systems selfishly, all because you have a gripe, all because you have a hatred in your heart against something that you cannot fight against something you cannot destroy, all that's left is for that something to destroy you. It was never your enemy. You made it out to be your enemy when you chose to be disobedient to the law that has been established for the whole universe to keep. For the whole world to keep. But no. You chose you wanted to do it your way. Well, the results to that is you getting ready to pay the price.